Credit cards were meant to be for emergencies or sophisticated people who have a limit of $2,000 or $3,000 and their monthly bills are $2,500 and they just direct debit that shit. They don't buy coffee, they don't buy pizza or Thai, right? They don't put the tyres for the car or rego on it. They just take their scheduled, predetermined, fixed bills off it. And they can use the bank's money for a period of time. That makes sense. As soon as you pull that sucker out of your purse or your wallet, or these days your bloody Apple Pay, Android Pay, it's going to hurt you. So this particular client, $6,300 sitting in a savings account earning 1.9%, I just averaged it at 2, and the credit card was over 20% per annum. Because they had grown up really risk adverse because their family had told them not to invest, but to keep money away for a rainy day. You have to have a savings account in case of emergency. Isn't a credit card kind of in case of emergency? Yeah? There'll be people in this room right now that have a credit card debt that have savings. There will be. I can promise you, statistically. So we move that straight away and we stop paying the 20% per annum, right? Okay, who understands the difference between interest earned and interest saved? If you've got 10 grand in the bank, 2%, you earn $200, let's say you lose 30% tax, you get a massive $140. Does everyone understand you pay tax on that money? Yeah. If you don't know and you don't give me a tax file number, they'll report your details to the ATO anyway, and your tax return will get a little bit varied. So here's the problem. If you've got a mortgage and you pay 4.29% and you stuck all of that 10 grand in your home loan, you would earn $429 by not paying it in interest, would you not? You would. Here's the thing, I'm teaching you something that's the opposite of everything you've ever been taught growing up. You've been taught to conform. Yeah? If you put all of that money in the home loan, you will not pay that interest and you will save that amount of money. And the difference between those two strategies is $289. Yes or no? Yes. Here's the problem with the dopamine effect in today's society. Everybody wants to see $140 on their account at the end of the year. Nobody sure as shit looks to see if they saved $429.
True. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're not wired that way. It's like a gambler. Tell you about the time they won the jackpot feature and the link when they were 19 years old, but they don't tell you about the last 11 years that they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah? We like to see the win. We don't like to actually go to any effort to look for the correct win. Or we don't know what we don't know, guys. And that's okay. You're here now. You do. So let's have a look at the difference in this and what happens. So what you're seeing here in this graph is what this particular client was doing paying the minimum repayment, right? Now what we've suggested is, this is not to scale because I'm not very artistic, but we put $11,000 into the loan, yes? And then we worked out that they need $750. So not to scale, but it drops 11,000. Then we take out 750, we take out 750, we take out 750 each week. Does everyone understand? So we borrow back from ourselves. And then we have to pay all of our bills, yes? And then what do? We pay 11, 7, 3 grand, 2.5, and we follow the blue line, not the yellow brick line. All right? Everyone understand? What do you think might happen to my lovely friends down the front here when there's $80 left in the account on Friday night and you ring your lovely wife on the way home and say, hey baby, let's get some Italian tonight? And she goes, but there's only $80, it'll be like 200. And you go, oh, are you likely to get on your phone and transfer money out of your own home loan to buy Italian? Or are you likely to spend something within the $80? Spend something within the $80, right? Or are you going to have a conversation or perhaps a domestic over what you're having for dinner? You're not going to have a domestic, right? But you're going to start operating and functioning as a team, right? What will happen is you'll start to become financially aware of your money. Because when we had cash, we knew what we were doing, the old envelope system. As soon as we went to plastic and Apple Pay and watches and stuff, we just tap a reel and we got no clue, right? So here's the difference. This is the exact numbers for this client, and they're actually smashing it and they're knocking it out of the park. Instead of paying $396,000 in interest, they're going to do it in 30 years. They're going to do it in 10 years and only pay $117,000 in interest. That's $279,000 in saved interest. Hands up if you'd like $279,000.
me, pick me.
Now, do you want to live and work your ass off for 10 years to live the rest of your life however you deserve? Or do you want to spend 30 years miserable busting your ass paycheck to paycheck?
First one.
Get it?
Yeah.
Conform to the system, get done over by the system.
Yep.
Dare to be different, get a different result. Pretty straightforward, yeah? What would you do with 20 years of your life with no financial constraint to live life on your terms with your family? What would that look like? 20 years of financial freedom. What would you do with that? Forget the money. Isn't that cool? Yeah? Create some memories, create some moments, some experiences, educate them, let them see the world, let them learn cultures, religions, experience food. Yeah? Now we're talking. Or we can keep giving the bank all of that interest. They don't deserve the $400,000 in. Sorry, $396,000 interest. Do they deserve it? No. Why give it to them? So here's a risk-free investment strategy. You could buy your own home, pay it off in 10 years, and then you could buy the house to the left, to the left. Does anyone know the song?
To the left, to the left.
Yeah, okay. Somebody gets it. And then you could pay off the house to the right. Could you not? Of course you can. Now, if you have paid your home loan off in 10 years and I've shown you how to implement this strategy and you've done it successfully in 7 or 8 or 10 or 11, can you not just replicate it? Yeah. Sure as shit you can. Give a man or a lady a fish, teach a man or lady to fish, yeah? Once you have something that is a proven mathematical strategy, can you replicate it? Once you understand how to implement and manage? Yes, you can. Do we all know how to implement and manage right now?
Nope.
Thanks for the honesty. That's why we're here.